Welcome to Front Page Index. My name is Alex Datig. I started Front Page Index in March of 2015. I gave myself a challenge and made a goal to host my website for 10 years. Front Page Index is now in its 11th year, but Google has now decided for a second time to block the Front Page Index hosting platform, which is a Google blog that has over 31,000 posts, not to mention an international audience. This is not the first time Front Page Index is being censored, and the Plan B site is now up for Front Page Index, where you can find the same current events content you did before. Some things still need to be built in, but the overall function and security of the blog are complete. The Google hosting platform Front Page Index has used for 11 years, using code from YouTube and Gradian Media, which is a go-to for TV and radio in the US and beyond, says Front Page Index has been flagged because of malware and malicious content. In theory, there is only one thing that could have caused this, and that is Google itself. In the past few weeks, Front Page Index passed a review process to feature Google ads. After all the online censorship issues we've been through, one would think Google would be more amenable to act without any notification and then block its own hosting platform. Doesn't sound right, now does it? But after 11 years online, that is what Google did to Front Page Index. This is the policy they cited. Quote, malware and similar malicious content. Do not transmit malware or any content that harms or interferes with the operation of the networks, servers, and user devices, or other infrastructure. This includes the direct hosting, embedding, or transmission of malware, viruses, destructive code, or other harmful unwanted software or similar content. This also includes content that transmits viruses, causes pop-ups, attempts to install software without other user consent, or otherwise impacts users with malicious code. See our safe browsing policies for more information. So, as I was saying, this is nothing new. During the 2016 presidential election, Front Page Index had a paid Vimeo account and library of 5,000 videos featuring licensed third-party content, which was removed without notification. Then, in August of 2022, right before the 2022 midterm elections, Front Page Index was blocked by Google for the first time. I made a review request and Google reinstated Front Page Index. So, the problem with this is Google has proprietary right to its platform, but they do not have a right to the Front Page Index library created over 11 years. Now again, we're in a midterm election cycle, and again, Front Page Index is being blocked by Google over what they describe as malicious content, including pop-up videos. The only thing that could be causing pop-ups is Google's AdSense ads. Because not until a few weeks ago did Front Page Index feature Google ads for which it passed a review process. In the beginning stages, Front Page Index tried to feature Google ads to see if they would generate revenue. But no matter how many views Front Page Index had, Google made it impossible to reach a payment threshold they set, for which they were later sued in a class action lawsuit. Incidentally, whatever malicious code or pop-ups Google is referring to, Front Page Index does not rule out bad actors. While all this is being hashed out, Front Page Index is here as long as audiences want it. And the numbers show that they do. Please support Front Page Index in this rebuilding process. Here's how you can help by making a donation to Venmo. So for now, from the front lines of America's leading political news and opinion, I'm Alex Datig with Front Page Index, current events, law, crime, and politics for you.